Chapter 7. The Disaster at the Bats. Ellie spent most of the morning on the kitchen floor playing with Rascal. Max and Lila joined in for a while. Then Lila went off to the movies with some friends, and a friend of Max had come over to go skateboarding. Then Ellie shook her head. I don't know just why they want to go out, she told Mom. They're missing all this time with Rascal. Just then, Christy rang the doorbell. And Ellie was desperate to show off Rascal and had a... And Mom had agreed that Christy could come over right after her morning walk with Bouncer. I need to go and do some work, said Mom. You girls will be all right on your own, won't you? Rascal peered over curiously around the leg of the kitchen. And as Christy had come into the room, oh, Ellie, he's adorable, oh, she said. Just make sure you keep your new sneakers away from him, Ellie warned. And Rascal trotted over to Christy. She held out her hand for him to smell, and he gave it a gentle lick. He likes you, Ellie said as Christy rolled a ball of bunched up newspaper toward the puppy. Rascal leaped on it, growled fiercely, and tearing it with his little white teeth. I hope he gets along with Bouncer, too. He's so tiny. Bouncer's gonna have to be careful to not squish him, Christy giggled. Oh dear, we better clean all this paper up before your mom comes back. After playing all afternoon, Rascal kneeled over in the middle of the game and fallen asleep, half on Ellie and half on Chrissy. He's like a toy dog when he's sleeping, Chrissy whispered as she gently edged farther onto Ellie. Bye, Rascal! Why don't you ask your mom if you could take him for a walk tomorrow morning with me and Bouncer, Ellie sighed. I wish we could, but Rascal's got to have his last round of vaccinations before he's allowed out. So we're taking him to the vet tomorrow, though. She waved goodbye to Christy from her place on the floor and then pet Rascal's head with one finger. His fur was so smooth and soft. Chrissy had just left when Ellie heard Lila come home. Hi, Rascal, Lila said, opening the kitchen door. Right away, Rascal opened his eyes. He stood on Ellie's lap, barking excitedly. Arf, 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 arf! Ellie frowned. Her leg felt funny and sort of warm and wet. Oh, Rascal! Ellie groaned. You're supposed to use the newspaper for that, remember? Stared at her in horror. Did he pee on you? Ellie lifted Rascal off her damp jeans and nodded. She carried Rascal over here to the newspapers. Over here, sweetie, look, on the newspaper. Rascal looked at her apologetically and gave his tail a tiny wag. It's okay, I'm not mad. I'm gonna have to go and change, though. Lila shook her head and giggled. I can't believe he peed on you! Better you than me, Ellie! Ellie lifted Rascal out of his pet carrier and clipped on his leash, just in case he wriggled out of her arms at the bat. Rascal was looking around eagerly, his tail wagging with excitement. Then Ellie laughed. It's only the Bat's parking lot. I can't wait to take him for a real walk, Mom. It won't be long now, sweetheart. We need to wait a week for his vaccinations to work, that's all. Oh, I thought he'd be able to go right away. A week is so long, Ellie said. Sadly, Christy's going to be really disappointed, too. You'll still be able to walk him after you get back to school, Mom said, and Chrissy can come over to play with you and Rascal whenever she wants. The Bat's waiting room was empty, apart from one lady with a cat carrier sitting in the corner. Ellie and Mom sat down to wait their turn, and Rascal sniffed by the chairs, fascinated by all the strange smells. It wasn't long until he noticed the cat carrier and eyed it eagerly. Before Ellie could stop him, he pulled the leash from her hands and scampered over to take a look. Ellie dashed after him and grabbed onto the leash just as Rascal was about to peer his nose through the bars. Rascal, I wouldn't! There was a burst of angry hissing. Wow! And then a sharp paw shot out of from the basket, sending Rascal reeling backwards in fright. He backed into a display of leaflets, which scattered all over the floor. The cat's owner nurse glared at Ellie, and Rascal scuttled quickly back to her, whimpering in fear. Mom quickly started to pick up the leaflets, looking embarrassing. Ellie cuddled Rascal tightly and whispered in his ears. Shh, it's all right, she whispered. It's just a horrible mean cat. Leave him alone. I know he'd be trouble, Mom sighed as she replaced the last of the leaflets. I only hope it's our turn soon.